Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tessa, or Tessa Dama on Instagram. Make sure you're following me on Instagram.
Y'all already know the deal.
Today I want to get right to it because I know that some of you need this information quick. Today I'm going to give you guys pointers on how to look good, or how to have your setup, or how to set up your at-home station as a teacher for your Zoom meetings, Zoom classes, Google Meeting classes, tutoring sessions, anything basically that you may need. I'm going to teach you how to do that in the most cost-effective way, and the most natural way, and in the way that might not disturb what you got going on in your own home, as I know that it is a very hectic time for all educators and all students, and the world in general, really, let's be honest. I mean, we're all going a little crazy. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get right to it. First, I want to explain to you guys the importance of this video, of the tips that I'm giving you. It's not for you to look good in front of your students, because I know a lot of you can give less hoots about how you look in front of your students. Also, again, at the end of the day, what we care about is the information that you're going to be telling these students and telling us and telling anyone in general. And that is the key. So remember that is the main goal here, okay? We are not trying to be Miss America, okay? We're learn how to become at-home YouTubers through the school system. Is, of course, you can always go ahead and purchase some tripods, some cameras, high quality webcams, computer webcam, anything. Obviously you already have your setup, however you have set up, and the school year has already started, so you probably already got whatever you were going to invest in for that. Obviously you already have that, and of course we're working with what you have. Of course this whole year of 2020 has been working with what we got. We're used to it by now. You already take this approach. If you do choose to go that extra mile, is of course upgrade your equipment. So the first thing you want to do is you want to find a good spot in your home that allows natural light to come in. If this is not an option for you, if you do not have a window, or if you cannot make adjustments into your home to accommodate that, then stay tuned. We'll be there in a second. If you do have a window though, and you have a space, and you have a setup that you can easily move or be mobile with, go ahead and try to look for the brightest spot in the room. Don't just do this by saying, oh, there's a window there, so I'm going to do it there. Get into the spot, set it up how you're going to set it up, view yourself through the webcam, and see how you view yourself. If it's light, bright, and you look accurate to how you look in real life, you're good. If it's looking dark, if there's maybe some type of shadow, you feel, ooh, then maybe it's a sign that that particular spot is not the best spot for you to be in. Again, make sure you're opening those windows. More light is your friend.
Okay. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys real quick how this kind of looks without the adjustments and without the pointers. There's not really anything here that kind of stands out besides my background, which happens to be this way. But let me show you the difference as soon as you start doing the tips that I said. I'm going to move this screen a little bit more to where it's almost about 85-degree angle. Depending on you and how you feel, it might be a different angle that is better for you. So now let's look at the next thing. So the next thing is, again, you already seen the setup. The reason that this is like this, look at the difference. Light. Now the next thing is, my lips are pretty dry right now, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my MAC Cherimoya lip gloss, or lip polish in the clear gloss. I'm going to go ahead, you can find this on Bilal J Cosmetics. I'm going to go ahead and apply this, okay? Apply this, and if you can use whatever you want, like a chapstick. Again, make sure nothing is bothering you. Make sure you don't got nothing in your teeth. Okay. You can sit up straight, or you can slouch if you get too tired, and you're still gonna look the same. But I do recommend, obviously, sit up straight. So if you sit up straight and you find that you have to move it at a different angle, maybe lower it down, that makes all the difference. Maybe you just need some padding underneath your chair to kind of lift you up a little bit like this, which is also something. So again, make sure that you do all this beforehand, because once you're actually there, it's gonna be kind of like you can't think about this, there's things going on, so it doesn't matter, and we're ready to go.
You know, it might psychologically feel like if it's dimmer and darker, you will look better, less of a distraction, but that's not exactly the case. We have too little light to work with. That is what causes unflattering images and honestly causes people to not really look towards you. Not even directly, it is more unconsciously. Light is your friend, okay? So remember that. You know, you don't have to waste or spend that much time figuring this out. You don't have to take your whole setup if it's already set up, move around and find this. You can take simply your iPhone and FaceTime somebody and see how you look on there. Take any of those things and just go ahead, go around your home, go around even the classroom, honestly. If you might be in the classroom, go around any of those and see how you look. If you like it, it's most likely presentable, okay? We want the best for ourselves. We act better and perform better when we feel good about how we are on the outside, because it lets less things for other people to go off of as a distraction. Simply because if you're in the education world, you're dealing with those that are in a less of authority figure to you. Meaning, obviously, if you're in a class and there's a teacher, we obviously are going to respect the teacher. We came here to listen to the teacher. Clearly, you want to give them what they came for, which is to hear you clearly, concisely, and get out. Practice a little bit on there. Practice with some friends. Go ahead and call some friends, meet back, and see how you look. Now, if you're already a person who doesn't care about those things, I get that. However, remember that a lot of times we're dealing with people who are not like us. And again, that does not mean that you look ugly. It does not mean that looking good is everything. But when you're dealing with sometimes immature people, that could happen. We don't get to choose. You don't get to choose who you're presenting to. Keep that in mind. What this is not exactly for the overall lesson, of course. You know, who cares about how you look like when you're learning math? But when we're now on a Zoom meeting, and if you are dealing with certain type of people that maybe get easily distracted by certain things, you're now giving them one less thing to talk about, say about, comment on, get distracted by, period. So if I have crusty lips and a student is gonna call me out for having crusty lips, it's just that the camera does that to us, okay? And most of us are not supermodels, and most of us are not YouTubers. And we have, you know, in a normal classroom, you have posters, you have decorations to make the environment an overall better environment. So you don't have that option exactly as you did before or as teachers did before. There has to be adjustments made. Another thing that I recommend is, again, you see those two doors behind me. So those doors are closed, but they weren't before. The reason is because if anything happens, like someone does walk in here and interrupt it, or something happens where my dog pushes the door in, or something happens where there's a ghost here and they want to possess me and take over my soul. Really? I'm a distraction. Then obviously we can tell immediately because we can see that one of these opened. That is way better than it just happening and us not noticing. Okay, that's 100% better, because as soon as we see that it start opening, we can mute, we can turn off, we can do something that will cut that short and it won't cause forever embarrassment. Yeah, so that's another tip. We should just be doing what will make us feel better to perform in sitting up straight, okay? That is very important, because when you sit up straight, it impels people to also sit up straight, because they see that you have this and you do this and you look bright and you are bright and you are giving them this information. They want to be like you. Therefore, sit up straight, be happy, be confident. Give us that Zoom meeting. You got this. Want to invest in something that maybe you know, so you cannot have to worry about that. Go ahead and get yourself a ring light or a box light. Mine will be, the ones that I use are going to be down in the description, so make sure you go ahead and click on that. I love my box light, I love my ring light, because it allows me to have the freedom of being able to do what I need to do without having to chase down the sunlight. As a photographer and as a videographer, and light is very, very important, y'all. As that, I understand that I'm constantly having to pick the right times for things, make sure that you know when the sun goes down, when the sun is up, when the sun is going to be at a certain position, when it's not. I sound complicated, but trust me, it's as simple as just looking at how you like yourself to look in that camera, like I said before you actually get on the conference. A problem that I'm seeing, or that we're seeing, is that when you don't have this certain setup and there's not brightness, and you're surrounded by other people who don't have that brightness, we cannot distinguish you from the students, therefore causing it to kind of just all mesh into this Zoom meeting of just people in poor lighting and tech problems, okay? All these tips that I'm giving you is going to help you in distinguishing yourself from the children something less to talk about so that you can get to the point. And that, my friends, is what we all want to know how to do. I want to know how to do this too. If you guys can tell me how I can get to the point faster when I'm telling a story, that would be very helpful. Clearly, that's not my forte. I'm a YouTuber. If you thought this information was helpful, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. I was thinking about possibly making a makeup look to compliment you, but if you guys would be interested in that, just let me know as a student or as a teacher. And yeah, I really hope that this information was helpful. I do hope that you guys go ahead and go check out the links below so you can see a full list of things that will help you, that are efficient, that are cheap, that are easy to access to make your whole Zoom video conference experience better. Thank you so much for watching. I really am trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. So if you guys are one of those people that helped me make that goal, make sure to let me know. Turn on the bell notifications, follow me on Instagram, DM me, let me know what you want to see next. Let me know how your 2020 is going, or let me know how your Zoom meeting and first day of school and first day of classes. Let's go ahead and share positivity down in the comments. Maybe advice you want at all. I'll try my best to help. I'm not going to sit here and say I have all the advice that's the best for you, but I'll try and I'll let you know if it's not, the best. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.